Well, everybody, how's everyone doing? This is Randy, Cupcake Market Farms in beautiful Texas City, Texas, folks. This year, my family and I, or I should say my wife and I, because we're the empty nesters now, we are going almost full-time to just Market Farm now. In 2027, January 1, we will become full-time farmers. That's it. Don't plan to do anything else. One of the questions I get asked, especially here locally from the folks that I meet, like through the Chamber of Commerce, restaurants, etc., what kind of seasoning, or I should say, what amendments do you add to your soil? I think of it as seasoning. So, as luck would have it, I'm getting ready to mix me a new 30-gallon barrel of what it is I use. So, what I love is 8 ingredients. Worms, or at least their castings. I use 30 pounds. I mean, look how beautiful that soil is. My goodness, where did we get that in front of that camera? I mean, it's pure. So we're talking 100%, or at least as close to organic as humanly possible, as that is the way I prefer to farm. I want to do that because I literally want to be able to walk out in my garden and pick a beet, which happens to be what I'm looking at right outside my greenhouse door, or even some of that bok choy, and just be able to eat it without having to wash it, because I use no pesticides, I use no chemicals. If I have to use anything, it's always the organic approach. So that's the reason why these 8 ingredients are my favorite. You just saw me put 30 pounds of worm castings, organic rock phosphate. This is a 10, oh no, this is a 28 pound. I normally use, I think, 10 or 12 pounds, but rock phosphate. And we know that this will help stimulate, oh, I dropped my knife, sorry guys. This is going to help stimulate the roots. As you guys know, I'm a no-till farmer. So of course there's nothing really deep except for what I broad fork in between, depending on what's going in the bed. Beets, carrots, those kind of things, I'll broad fork those beds before planting so that they'll have a lot of softer soil. But so this here is a stimulator, basically, for the roots. I'm just going to go ahead and add it off. It is a non-burning organic. Now, of course, I wouldn't just necessarily dump it right on top of my plants. Boy, it's got some smell to it. It's number 2. Number 3, kelp meal. Gotta love it. I actually use 6 pounds of this, which this is a 3-pound bag, so I got 2. This also helps. Oh, I don't want to tell you guys the wrong thing. But of course, you can put this in your lawn, your garden, and for me, I don't care about my grass. The moment my wife tells me, hey, Randy, you can go ahead and get rid of the grass and grow food, I'm silage tarping the last of our yard. But this here, of course, is an amazing element, an amazing product to add to help grow, give you more beauty, if you will. And again, I use 6 pounds, so I got 2 bags of kelp. Yep, I think I opened that one very well. Sorry, folks. Live television. All right. Woo! Now for the smelly sulfur. It's 1 pound? Yes, 1 pound. 1 pound of sulfur. Just making sure. And one thing I love about sulfur, other than its awesomeness that it does to our soil, my wife and I go to Cozumel all the time, the El Cozumeleño Resort. And when you shower there, and I'm sure some of you watching this will agree with this, the water has a sulfur smell to it, because we know down in Mexico, they don't waste their time, energy, and money treating water that's most likely going to flush down the toilet or to be showered like we do here in our country, where we treat all of our water with chemicals and bleach and I don't know, whatever else could be in it. So they add a little, or at least that smell is a little bit of sulfur. I don't think they actually add it. My next beautiful green sand, also organic. And you know what's funny is it's actually green. It's actually a very true name, green sand. And in another video, I'm going to be more specific of what each one of these products will help do in your soil, so that you can always get the most out of your veggies. And you know, for us, especially this time of the year, which technically it's winter, it's November. In fact, yesterday was Thanksgiving, today's Friday, just to give you a timestamp. But for us, down here in the Houston area, we're at a place where we can grow greens. We don't see a whole lot of winter. And I realize, like where my family's up in Michigan, you know, they're already getting snow. It's not very often we get that here. But because of that, I get to grow greens pretty much all year round, but mostly in the winter, because we have them 100-degree temperatures in the summer, and that prevents us from really growing greens much. They tend to bolt, and so I just don't really offer it, especially the lettuce heads, to the restaurants I sell to in the heat of the summer, June, July, August, because it's just too hot. So this product that I do is great for them, but it's also wonderful for the tomatoes, the okra, the corn that we grow. This is humic acid, and I love it because they even tell you on there you can compost this box, which, by the way, I will, because there's no plastics involved. And I'm gonna go ahead and dump this in. And by the way, that was a 5-pound box of the acids. One of my favorites, and because it doesn't weigh hardly anything. This is 8-quart bag of biochar. Now, biochar I thought was interesting, and I would encourage you to take a look at it. I mean, this is like volcanic stuff, or some sort of charcoal from like burnt something. I forgot how they described it. From woods and trees, or from wood and trees. And of course, all that's going to really do is just add more nutrients to our soil. So I got an 8-ounce bag of that, and then finally, Mycos. I hear a lot of gardeners talk about this. Mycorrhizal. Yeah, I can't speak that word. I sure tried. And this is just a 1-pound bag. No, this is a 2-pound bag. So I'm going to add that to my soil bucket as well. Oh, they even got a scooper in there. Came with a scooper. This is what it looks like in there. So now I have all 8 of my ingredients, just double checking to make sure. So now I'm just going to put my lid on it. Where did I put my lid? I'm going to pause this because I left my lid outside. All right, found my lid. I left it sitting up on the picnic table. So I'm going to go ahead and put my lid on it. Seal the sides up. And this is where I get to have fun, because this is where we get to roll it all around and hopefully mix it up really, really well. Or as well as possible. Yeah. So, yeah. Go ahead and check how that came out. Lord, these lids tight as fire. Goodness gracious. Oh my. Not bad for first twirling. And don't want to waste too much more of your time, but I'm going to adjust that camera. You can see right down in my bucket. Slowly getting a little mixed in there. And again, this is all dry ingredients. Let me break that sulfur up. These are all dry ingredients. So I just keep my lid on nice and tight. Keep it right out here in the greenhouse. And every time I turn over a bed, I will sprinkle this liberally across it. I'll add a little bit more of my mushroom compost. Water it in really, really good. Typically, I wait till the next day to then, of course, transplant that bed and get something new in it. Man, that sulfur is really, really chunky. And in fact, while everyone was out shopping today, I turned over one of my beds, which is why I'm putting this video together, because I ran out of this seasoning the last bed we did on that side. And I wanted you guys to see what I do and my approach. I haven't released this particular video yet, but in 2026, so starting right at the first of the year, I'm going to do my best with my GoPros. I have 4 of them now, to create a video that not only talks about the vegetables we grow, but what health benefits, vitamins, nutrients, etc. are inside, say, a beet, carrots, bok choy, corn, whatever. And be more specific to what it is that's in it that's healthy and why it is we should consume it. And just never forget, the best food you could ever grow is the best food, I promise you, you'll ever be able to eat as well. Homegrown food, especially fresh tomatoes. Woo! Get out of my mouth, baby. And you can see in my background here, I've got my tomatoes for the winter, which again, this is our final season of doing just seasonal growing. I have all my greens now for the winter. This is my first year doing the greens. As far as full bed, I mean, this whole place is full. I'm sure you guys can kind of see it in the background of the reflection through the greenhouse wall. This is our first full year or winter year of doing greens galore. Cabbage, lettuce, arugula, green beans, bok choy, mixed greens, kale. I'm actually going to start doing collard greens and mustard greens, but I'm not planting those till January because I have 3 rows of arugula that I'm cutting one more time, and then I'll clean them up, add my seasoning, stick in some collard greens. Sorry, my brain went empty. That's what happens. Not enough turkey. Well, actually, it's probably too much turkey. That's why I'm still sleepy. But guys, that's my video about just mixing up those 8 nutrients that I love. All of them are organically approached, and none of them are chemically made. Everything came from God's green earth, and I love that part, because if God didn't make it, I don't want it, especially not out here in the garden. That's why we approach everything as organic as possible, non-GMO, heirloom tomatoes, plants, all of them as heirloom as possible. You guys be blessed. Thanks for following around. Like us, subscribe to us, think about us, pray for us. Come see us. We just signed another restaurant. That's a video that's coming up. I just planted 3 72-cell trays of basil for them because they want 8 pounds a week. I haven't released their name yet, but that will come up in that video. Because obviously that'll be January, maybe late December, if I can get some of that basil to be mature by then. Otherwise, my intentions are to start serving them a weekly 8-pound refreshment of basil leaves every Wednesday. So this nutrient, once again, will be used there. You guys be blessed. I'm going to hush. We'll see you in a future video.